Joining us now is Elaine Parker, our good friend. Elaine is the Chief Communications Officer for the Job Creators Network and TaxCuts.com, the best messaging in the whole tax cut debate. Elaine, you got some new information to share with us. It's pretty compelling. That's why I love having you on, because you're like the queen of new information.
Thanks, John. Thanks for having me this morning. Yes, we issued our weekly pulse that the Job Creators Network does in partnership with ScottRasmussen.com. And your listeners can find the full poll on our website at jobcreatorsnetworkfoundation.org. But let me get right to the big headline, and that is that most Americans are going to do half or more of their holiday shopping online. And that has pretty profound implications on our economy. I mean, you're just seeing more and more how technology is changing our economy. Holiday shopping used to be such, an incredible tradition, and now we're seeing that tradition just morph into different things. Instead of rushing to the mall, we're seeing millions of Americans who are going to stay home and click, click, click.
Almost 50% are going to, 40% of Americans say they're going to do most of their holiday shopping online. I mean, this is a stunning number, right? Stunning. I mean, remember when we first had the .com boom, and then we had the .com, 5 or 6, 7%. It's up to nearly 40%. Now, I've got to tell you, Elaine, Ann does all the shopping anyway. The only gift that I buy is for her, and I could never figure out what to get her online, so I'm going to go to a store and buy stuff at stores. But she does all of her shopping now online. I mean, I don't go and buy anything. I mean, everything is online. And as you say, this is an eye-popping stat. But tell me what this means for small business growth.
It's hard to say. It certainly could have implications for traditional brick-and-mortar businesses that rely on foot traffic. It may not be good, but a lot of small businesses, you're seeing their footprint get bigger and bigger online, and it allows a lot of opportunity for small retailers to reach markets through the internet that they previously couldn't because, they were within one community. And so now they can reach other states, other countries for that matter,
right,
just by being online. So there's a lot of possibilities to look at. We just don't know. And frankly, you're lucky that you have somebody else to do the shopping for you, because the hardest part is thinking of what to buy people.
I could never figure that out. I mean, we kind of decide what we're going to buy the children, right? Well, I've got one at home and 2 are adults, and even the adults, she just tells me what she's getting. I don't know how she figures it out. I guess she asks my daughter what to buy her brother. They're both older, and I guess she figures it out. I have no idea. Now, the little one at home, the 14-year-old, that one we do collaborate on, right? So I've got a budget. I'm like the containment manager for that. But other than that, I don't do anything. I don't do anything at home anyhow, but that's a whole different storyline. I've been married a very long time. So let me just ask you this. The other piece of this poll that Rasmussen did, which is pretty interesting, is that 20% of Americans plan to spend more than they did last year on Christmas. Again, before the benefit of the tax cut, which I keep telling everybody, doesn't really take effect until April, when people start getting the aha moment and more money in their pocket that they're not paying the government. 20% of Americans spending more on Christmas, another indication of a very strong economy, right?
That is true. And actually, people are feeling the tax cuts now. They changed the withholdings tables in February, and so anyone who gets a paycheck has been getting more money back in their paychecks. We're going to see the real implications of it, like you said, in April when we all do our taxes and see the full savings. And the reality is the average family of 4 is going to save about $1,200 this year, and that's why you're seeing a stat like 20% say they're going to spend more than they spent last year. But even more important is 2/3 say they're going to spend about the same. So that means that people feel very comfortable and strong about spending their money in this economy. They're feeling good about the economy. We found that more than half say that they feel the economy, 52% say they feel the economy is good or excellent. And we keep asking this question every week about how Americans feel about the economy, and it continues to be a strong number, historically speaking.
It is an amazing number. And look, I agree with the fact that, I mean, obviously, this is just a fact. People have more money because withholding went down. But you've got so many small business owners and just so many families that, yeah, that was $100 or so. But now they're going to be doing their, $100 a month. Now they're going to be doing their taxes. And I'm telling you, Elaine, I've been predicting it since this passed. And people wait. They wait until March and April. People are, especially the working class, right? They're not, the companies and stuff and bigger income earners, their taxes is all done early. They got big accountants. But working people that are going to H&R Block or doing it at the kitchen table, Elaine, they're waiting until March or April 10th. And they're going to make these taxes out. They're going to figure out the new Trump tax cut. And I'm telling you, millions of people in America at their kitchen table are going to say, I think we made a mistake. We don't know enough. I'm telling you, because average person under $65,000 is going to save over $2,000. That's a lot of money, Elaine, and it is coming in April.
That's true, John. And there's actually 3 dates that we're going to be looking at. Employers have to issue W-2s by the end of January. So we're going to start seeing people get their W-2s and see what they've paid in taxes for 2018. On March 15th, small business owners will file their first quarterly taxes, and small business owners will see exactly what their savings were for 2018. And on April 15th, everybody has to file their taxes. So the entire country will understand exactly how this tax bill has benefited them, whether you're an individual or a small business. We know that people are benefiting from it, and we're seeing it in the holiday shopping now, and and that's a good thing. So these are the dates that we're looking at, and we're looking forward to taking a look at that data.
It's going to be very interesting. We're chatting with Elaine Parker. She is Chief Communications Officer for the Job Creators Network and their website, which is the best messaging done on the tax cut in the 2018 midterms, taxcutswork.com. I mean, why couldn't Paul Ryan come up with that, right? Taxcutswork.com. Instead, Paul Ryan came up with, what was it, Elaine? A better way to cut your grass or something? Unbelievable. One of the other stats in here I want to talk about is, okay, get this. So according to the Rasmussen survey, 68%, that's almost 7 out of 10 people, 68% of Americans also think it's important to buy American for the holidays. Buy American, right? Remember the old Made in America campaign? People now starting to feel, I need to buy something. I need to buy it when it's made in America to bring manufacturing jobs back. Elaine, what did you make of that?
I mean, I think it's fantastic. And it also, people are also remembering to buy at small businesses within their communities. We also surveyed just to find out how many people are going to buy gift cards as gifts this year. And nearly a third say they're going to use them for at least half the presents that they give. And if you're like me and you have teenagers in your life, like I said, the biggest challenge is figuring out what to buy them. So it takes all the pressure away just to buy those gift cards. But 42% of those people say that they're going to buy gift cards from small businesses. And that's fantastic.
From small businesses, and that's really the driver here is small businesses. And the final, I've only got a minute, Elaine, but the final thing of your poll that really made me laugh, although I've got to buy only for one person, all right? So here's the final piece of your poll. You say the one thing that technology hasn't changed are the last-minute shoppers. No matter how Americans do their shopping, online or brick and mortar, we're very glad they're thinking about small businesses. But there is a percentage of people, how much is it? 18%, that haven't bought anything yet. And I, Elaine, am in that 18%.
That is so true. I think those people find that it's just a game for them. They love the challenge of getting out there 1 or 2 days before Christmas and saying, I did it all in 24 hours, or I did it all in 3 days. I couldn't do it myself, but hats off to those people.
All right, I got to go. I only have to buy a gift for one person, and I'm part of that 18%. And I haven't even figured out what I'm going to buy her. I have to start thinking about that because how many days I've got. I got to go. John Fredericks Radio Network. Go to taxcuts.com.